Hello everyone, welcome to Chill Gaming. This is the Planet Crafter. Okay, so this is a new relaxed game. I'm not going to bother reading everything. If you want to read this information, hit the pause button. Okay, so we've got to build our basic items, which is the T1 backpack and oxygen, the microchip construction and deconstruction, and maybe even the torch, and the oxygen and water bottle we'll see. What you've got to do is go out and get a whole load of ores to make those. So that's what we're going to do. So if we just check what we need 2 cobalt and iron and magnesium, 2 irons, that's 3 iron. We'll get those first of all and then come back and build those. And then what you do is, if you go outside your ship, your allocation of these ores may be totally different to mine. You started in this location because they're all random. So let's just grab a whole batch of these. Silicon. Iron's used in pretty much everything, so get loads of it. Right, see what we can build out of that lot. Now your vitals are going down there on the bottom left, so let's just make what we can of these. Put that on. Right, so now we need magnesium, a couple of magnesiums. Grab these because we can never get enough of the stuff. Now magnesium looks like that. It's like a crystal kind of thing. A fair bit dotted around here, so it's all helpful. For one more, so let's grab that. Right, now remember where our ship is, which is there. There's a wreck up there. Okay, so let's make the oxygen. Construction. And can we do the deconstruction? No, another silicon and magnesium. This is all just the basic stuff you have to do at the very beginning. The ones that get harder to find are silicon. Until you get the ore extractors. I think we've got those. Let's have another one of those. That's what silicon looks like. Okay, so let's head back. Small room for some iron. Right, so once we've done this, we're then going to look to make a living compartment. And I'll show you a neat little trick with regards to that. Okay, so living compartment, if you press the Q key on the PC, you can see you need 3 iron. So we're including the door as well. And 2 titanium. As well as the silicon. So let's see what we've got. We've got 3 iron, 2 titanium and a silicon, so we can build it. Now what I would suggest you do is you run up to this rock formation. So as you come out and you're looking at the wreck, turn right. And you can't miss it. It's that rock formation just there. That's where we're heading, because this whole area will flood with water once you start the terraforming process and get to the water stage. So what you want to do is run straight up here and put the base down. I'll show you where I'd put it, because I like building on water because it's a nice flat surface. You'll see when it comes to that stage, but initially you build on the land, obviously. Now you can build down there, but what you've got to remember is the water roughly, so where my pointer is, it roughly comes up to about there. It might be slightly higher, it might be slightly lower, and the whole lot just floods. So bear that in mind if you're building down there. I tend to build up here, kind of around here somewhere, on a flattish area. then put the base down. I don't worry about supports or anything like that. Put the door in, replenish your air, and then build at least 2 or 3 of these storages. Actually, I'm going to do it this way around. And then just plonk it down and then fill them up with everything you got. And then what you want to do is go back to over this side to your little capsule and bring absolutely everything back and pick up extra ores, etc. For what you need. So I'm going to do that now. Right, I've just brought back all the goods, as you can see, and I've harvested a few outside. So we're going to now build the craft station. You just stick it wherever you like, and you will see in this craft station you can build an ectoskeleton, which we'll now do. Press tab. Now you get to select one of those, put the ectoskeleton on, and then replonk it back on. It will now let us build this microchip. So if we've got any titanium in here, we have. We can now build a microchip, which means when we go exploring, we have a torch, which is very handy. Right, so it wants us to craft a drill, and the drill needs titanium and iron, and we also need a windmill. So if we go, windmills will serve as a reference point as well, just so you know. So if you're all the way over there and you're wondering where your base is, look out for the windmill. So we'll put a couple of these down, and then a drill there for now. There's more titanium. I want to put a couple of drills down. That's a weather event you can hear outside. This now wants us to craft the veggie tube, which is that one. So we're going to need some ice and magnesium. Now you can go out in the storms, just put luck or anything hits you. You can see there's meteorites all coming down. I'm just going to collect stuff that's about. It's Q again, so that needs magnesium. One over there. So I'm getting loads of the silicon. That should do for now. We're going to expand this base very soon, so I'm going to stick a veggie tube here. And then in that, you will notice that there's a slot. And luckily, we've been given this Luracy, which is the basics of the basics, but it's something. Plonk that in, and that'll start generating oxygen. Peter needs iridium, which is located. Run to, we see where all that sand is dropping down. There's a cave just there. You run inside there, iridium's all over the place in there. But you will need to be building one of these on the door, so you've got a place to get oxygen and all your storages, and then you daisy chain it. And what I mean is you have a base like this here with some storages in it in there. You then fill them up with all the iridium, load it onto your backpack, and run from there to here and unload it in your storages here. That's daisy chaining. And if it's further, you then have another base in between. Now we've got another oxygen tank. Let's see what's involved in making that. So we need titanium and magnesium. I'm going to do that now, because you can never get enough oxygen. And I need to take some water soon. Let's get that. If I had a blueprint screen, you'd see why we suddenly got that research. It's because of these two and the veggie tube. Now let's craft that. And then when you go in, it automatically updates it for you. So we've now got better oxygen supply. I'm going to swig one of these waters. This is going to be the biggest problem, is getting water. But luckily, you can actually craft it. All you need is one ice. So now I've replenished that one water that I used. Food is a different ball game. You've got to get it from the chests. So right, let's see what's involved in the terraformation screen. We can actually make that. So I'm going to stick that just up here, and you can now see the drill and the oxygen, what they're actually doing. and it's slowly increasing the screen. Blueprint screen needs a silicon, which is one down here. You can luckily just stick one of those on top of this for now. Now if you click your blueprint screens, you can see when you reach certain stages, this is what you're generating at the minute, what the totals are. And you can see once we unlock 300, we unlock the tier 2 backpack. Indoor ladders, got 1, we're at 33. Heat, we aren't doing anything at the minute. And the T2 one's just unlocked. So the next thing is the living compartment window at 250. And you can find blueprints in the actual chests outside, which we'll be doing very soon. So right, so now the next thing is to get this Tech 1 heater. So what you can do, if you grab, we've got enough food at the minute, if you run down here, there's blue crates. I can't remember exactly where all the gold ones are. I know there's one down here somewhere. We run down here and find this blue crate. There it is in front of me. If you get in the habit, once you open them and take everything out, so you just press that button and everything comes across. We've got an iridium. Elite. Right, so it's given us an extra one here. It doesn't matter. We've got a better seed. That gives us 200. So that'll increase the oxygen. And that iridium will help us with regards to building a heater inside. We'll probably run out of power because those windmills don't generate that much. Let's get inside. What I want to do first is expand this space. So I can do a living compartment next to it. But let me put it on, which it won't. Will it do the other side? Will it do behind? It's not fussed where it does it. It's just that you have to have an area. Right. So obviously this needs rearranged. I want to build this. Silicon. Have we got enough? No. So let's take this down. Have we got enough now? No. So if I put that information screen there, I can't expand that way. I want to go into there, take that limb, see that one. Seed back in there. Aluminium as well, nice. The fabric we might use for something. Press control, it gets rid of all of the same items. Okay, so Q, what do we need for this heater? Iron and silicon. So we'll go and find some of those. Silicon. I'm grabbing these as well because rice is always handy, I suppose. We will be going out soon to get visit these wrecks, as I say. Okay, right. Let's head back in. We should be able to build that heater now. Yep. So let's just stick it. We'll put it here actually. If we look at this, you'll see the heat slowly go up. Now, the more, as I say, the more of these you make, the better, because it gets everything moving quicker. We have actually got a tier 2 backpack now, so I'm going to make that. We've got an extra line at the bottom, which is very helpful. There's not a lot else we can make on there. So, yeah, what the plan would be now is to actually, before we go out, put some more drills down. We'll have to stick another windmill down because we'll run out of power otherwise. So another heater I can't do because I need some more iridium. Veg tube, we need magnesium and iron. Magnesium. Have we got the iron? No, so I'll just go out and grab some iron. And I'll stick that lemur seed back in. Stick that there. Oh, there. Grab the seed. Put that in. But that should start to increase those again. It is very slow, but Tech 2 drill is what we're after. So that's 1.2 UPA. So that's obviously we'll get past the 9s, I suppose. We're a long way from the Tech 2 veg tube. Oxygen indoor ladder is 1. Solar panels is the next big one, which we'll reach pretty soon because that's gonna give us much better energy. Right, let's grab a food, and what I will need for when we go exploring these wrecks is oxygen. So let's just see. I think it's 2 cobalt. It is, right. So we haven't got any oxygen on us. Actually, I might just do it as a... we need for those 2 titanium, 2 iron, another iron. Where are they? And any silicon up the spot. There's another iron. And a silicon. That should give us, so we've got 1, 2, we need another iron. And as we're almost here, I'll show you what we're going to do. So remember to get more iron as you're running around. You'll get loads in the wreck anyway. Let's leave the other stuff out there. This is one of the wrecks. And your best bet here is to just stick a base down. As close as you can, stick a door on it, jump in, and build yourself however you want to put them. It doesn't matter because this will be coming down. So we've got 3 storages, a room for another one. So I've got the water with me. I'll be drinking it. And what you do is you go down and let's hop in here and have a look. So press F to turn your light on. You can see there's things you can deconstruct, but we need a Tech 2 version of the deconstruction tool. There's storages, so we press E to open storage, and we'll just grab everything for now. Deconstruct that one. When you see these items, that's just deconstruction debris. Now we haven't got a lot of room on our bag, so let's just run back. At the beginning you need everything, it's just better to collect everything and then just dump everything in. Everything but storage. So we've got another iridium there, so we'll be using that in a moment. So let's actually I might store them that way. Another one, yep. Cool. Right, so let's head back in. There was something down here, wasn't there? So if you do your deconstruction, that'll tell you what you can deconstruct. It'll highlight it normally. Right, these little boxes have blue chips in. Have all of that. There's 2 different types of spacesuit. I'll deconstruct. No. Okay. We'll run back again and empty our bags. Right, we've just unlocked the solar panel. It's brilliant. Right, so that's full. It's full. Right, I'm going to drink our water now. Hopefully we'll get this done and finished. Come on. Collision detection's a bit... what's the word? Right, if I close these. I'm not going to actually deconstruct that for the minute. So I've got so much, I'll probably be dropping items soon. Right, this is a Tech 1 heater you can deconstruct, or Tech 2 heater. If we press tab, you can see it's given us some interesting items. Now, what you could do is drop your low end ores so you get plenty of room, and then just pick out all the good stuff. So food, aluminium, iridium, another blueprint. Right, again 4, just in case there's anything. Take 2 construction today. Yeah. Not doing anything there. Right, let's head back. I think that's pretty much it here. Unless I've missed something. Right, so let's head into that one. Right, put all of that in. Head over here, put all of that in. Now I'm just going to clear up in here and just make sure I've not missed anywhere. I thought there was another area. Could be wrong. Nothing down there. Got everything from down. No other ways round. We've gathered all of those. Can't deconstruct anything other than that. Right, yeah, so we've done this area. So let's just mop up all of the low end doors. Get the stuff out of these. Got everything, and then deconstruct. And then we'll head back out and do exactly the same. If we've missed any around here. We haven't. So there you go, guys. We've done our first little wreck. And then what you've got to do once you get back in here, you put everything back in and you basically take out all of the good stuff. So the highest oxygen plants, your aluminium, those you use to grow food later on. So let's just see, 200 is the highest one at the moment I've seen. 2 thingies, those. That, definitely that. Another one of those. Food. Take one of those. This is all standard stuff, isn't it? Right, okay. And then all you do is you run back to your base, which houses over there, as you can see. I keep thinking I've got a jetpack and I haven't. Makes life a lot easier when you get that. But yeah, I'm going to now ferry all those items over to our base. I've brought over most of the high-end items. As you can see, I've built a few more storages to put the stuff in. So grab the 2 microchips, and then you click your blueprint screen. You'll see they appear at the bottom here. You just decode them. So we've got a microchip T1 minus speed boost and agility boost. Now they are handy as well. So if you go into this, you can now see what you need to make them. So 2 aluminium and 2 fabric. So we've got fabric somewhere. So 2 fabric. 1, 2 aluminium. Put them on, and it should improve our run speed by just a little bit. And then what we've got to do now, the next stage to be, I know it wants us to progress the craft screen. Where's it? Progress, which we haven't got yet. We've got to unlock that. But what I think I'm going to do is build a whole load more of these. Obviously, we can build solar panels, so they'll be built instead of the wind turbine. I'm going to build another couple of heaters and another couple of veg tubes. I'll probably expand this another one and bring back those last of those ores, and you'll see how far we're getting with it. Right, I've got all of the stuff back, as you can see. I've got the Tech 2 heaters became available, so I replaced those. I've got the Tech 2 veggie tubes, and I've also got the Tech 2 grills and the solar panels. That's great. Another storm cone. As you can see, I've expanded the base a little bit, and we've got the progress screen. So you can see here that we're 6.22% towards blue sky, and the only way you get that quicker is to just spam loads more of these down. So I want to put another one of these down. I need more iridium. I might have. Let's have a look. Yep. And another iridium. Do I have any more? Yep. Down. So I then need an aluminium. These are expensive, these ones are what they are. But we need them, so let's rotate it round. I don't know why that's sticking so far out. Oh, because of the edge. I could just delete it and then recreate it, I suppose. The same no matter what way around it. There you go, that's a bit later. There you go. So we've got some more blueprints by the look of it. So beacon's handy for us to find. We'll get that soon. That unlocks at 5. We'll have that very soon. The oxygen. It's just cosmetics. That's the next and important one. 750, which isn't far away. What have we got here? So we've got the emails. We've got the living compartment screen and the communication thing, so that gives us all our emails. That's an important one. That's a long way off. And the exoskeleton will be a very important one as well. So we don't need to worry about the beacon just yet. We will be doing it soon. It's all slowly moving forward. So now the plan will be is to get more and more iridium. You'll soon see water appearing here, little pools of water. What I'm going to do is look for there's underground places you can get. So we need magnesium and aluminium. I don't know if we've got any more aluminium. No, we haven't. So the only way we're going to find that is chests or go way over there. See those little rock formations? That's aluminium. So you'll find it over there. But you'd have to build a base between us and there, I would imagine. You'll run out of air. Or the other way is to create an air. Grab a couple of those. I don't know whether we'll need them, but we'll grab 4 so we can have one there and one back just in case. I need to see what's involved in those Tech 2 solar panels. Let's just head in and make 2 lots of the oxygen. Drop whatever's in our bag. Drop everything. And pick up the oxygen. Drop. Okay, right. So, aluminium again. So yeah, we're definitely. When are we going to actually get the ore extractor? I can't remember what one that comes under. Not that one. Or that one. Oh, here it is. Tech 1 ore extractor is at 155. So what I think we should do is spam a whole load of pressures. So a whole load of these. Iron and 2 titanium. How we got iron. Like iron. Find some titanium. Another couple of these down just to help it go. Titanium. There's the next one. Right, so spam another couple of those down. Hope we've got the power. If not, then I might have to put up a turbine just to get us by. So one there. Another 2 titanium, right. I thought it was 1 titanium each. There we go. Maybe that would happen. Turbine. We got enough to make one of those. iron, cobalt, cobalt, silicon. Right, so that's going to that like that. Skeleton, so we can make another one of those. Do it later. How fast is that going up? The pressure's not going that fast. It's a long way from that. And a very long way from the ore extractor, because that's what you need. This extracts everything, so you can't select it. The Tech 2, I think, selects. I think that one selects. I know the Tech 3 does. But we're going to now head over there. I just want to make sure I've got my water. Food done. Right, water I haven't, so let's get an ice. Half the water. And drink. Right, let's head over here. See if we can get there and back. If not, I'll quickly build something over there. So, what's it need again? 2 titanium, silicon, and 3 ore. I'll probably build something actually. There's somewhere to store stuff till I can get those, what do you call it? Ore extractors. This all fills with water. There's a chest around here. Oh, there was, you know. Right, so I'm going to put this here. I'm just going to stick it there. Put that in. Out of the air. Right, so we've got nothing on us. Now, as you're running around, obviously you want to do some storage containers, so that's one. There's a chest there, we'll have that. Now this is aluminium. You can spot it, as you can see. Just run around and grab them. Got luck, we've got 3 in there, nice. We'll have all of that. And deconstruct that. Right, let's see if we can get a bit more alley. There's another wreck there as well. Very nice. That's another storage down there. I'm going to run around and make sure I've got everything. So it says not a huge amount of aluminium about. It's all under the ground. Just as well I built this because there's a wreck there. That's going to help us with the daisy chain here. Take all the low end stuff out. I'll eat the food in a minute. Just going to have a look up this side. Spotted another one. Hopefully there's another chest or something up here that we can use to supplement the old alley. There. They tend to hide chests, those one. I say, they hide them. Right, so there's not a lot in there. We'll have that anyway. Room for this one we have. We'll run round just in case there's anything else here. Which there isn't. Another alley over there. Let's see if we've got a full backpack load. Take back. If that's possible, we'll see. I might actually have to do a search online to find out where these gold chests are, because I know they're around here somewhere. Right, so all of that in, all of that out. All that in. Got 2 lines. We need to find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Let's head out. Down this way. I just want to check around here. Ah, look, there it is. I knew there was one here. That's what the gold chest looked like. Nice. That's the highest seed you can get, the golden seed. I've got no choice but to leave something in there. That'll do. Can you, if I actually drop one and take that, and drop another, can you deconstruct that? Oh, it gives you aluminium. Nice. Love that. I didn't know that. Let's head back to here. We'll have to build another one of those. It's alright, then we dump all of this in there. What else have we got here? That. You want the, it's even a nice one as well, isn't it? Iridium. Don't really care about that. Very nearly there. So let's head and go down this way. I'm itching just to see if there's any more golden chests. I don't know how near they put them to each other, but when you found one, you always want another, didn't you? Hiding down there, is there? Right, so you've got to stay this side so you can get the aluminium. We'll scoot round the back end here just in case there's any floating about. One. There's another chest up there. Got a look. There's another aluminium there. We got the food grower. Excellent stuff. That is good news. That means we can stop worrying about food. There's not a lot in there, is there? But we've near enough got everything. So if I drop one of those, deconstruct that way, I won't come back here. And if I see any more aluminium on the way, I'll just drop another cobalt. I'm sure there was one around here somewhere. Could be wrong. There's one. So tab, drop, drop. Now when you get near these wrecks, that's when they spawn what's in them, apparently. I don't know if it's still the case. It used to be like that. So the later you leave going to wrecks, the better, because you get to get better gear out of them. There's another aluminium here. So we're full. So we've got how many? 5 more. Lovely. We should have well a full backpack full. I'm going to use that oxygen, even though we're going here, because it frees up a backpack slot. We've got to go back because we're getting Tech 3 drills now. Right, let's put in a load of this stuff. Grab out some of that. Put in those. Grab out more. We need those. Take the food. They have to come back. I don't think we need super alloy yet, but we'll stick the oxygen in there. Yeah, we've got some nice stuff here, so put that backpack in as well. One more. Dang. So right, we've got as much as we can. It'd be nice to have got a full backpack, but that'll do. I'm not going to complain. We got to head that way. So I'm going to get all these back to base and then come back and grab all of the other stuff as well. And I'll see you back here. We'll start building other stuff.